A claps.
What's poppin', Gizelle's Cankles? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 3 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, so if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. But before I begin, I want to let you guys know that this week I have tons of videos dropping for you guys. I have several fashion killer videos coming, breaking down all of the fashions from BravoCon, as well as giving you all the exclusive tea on the RHOP Real Housewives of New York reboot. I break down the new cast, give you all the piping hot tea on the ladies. Also, for you new T Squad members, you know, on last week's review, it was quite a few of you in the comment section wanting to argue and debate my stance on Monique and Candiace. What we don't do over here on the Color Me Pynk channel is question my opinions on reality shows. You all come here for entertainment and for my opinions. It is just an opinion. It is not fact. It is my opinion. I don't care if you agree with me, but we're not going to sit up here and debate how I feel. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. You state your opinion about the show, not about what the fuck I got to say about the show in the comment section. Okay? I don't go back and forth. The block is hot. The block is hot. Okay? If you don't know what that means, you better ask the other T Squad members. Okay? It's a reality show. It's a reality show. Calm your tits. Okay, let's get into tonight's review. I love you. So the episode picks up exactly where last week's episode ended off, with Candiace storming out of the dance room and making a beeline to the bathroom so she could talk to the executive producer by the name of Eric. And she's like, you know, what is going on here? I know that you know what they're doing. And he was like, yeah, I know, but why are you yelling at me? I can't control what they say or do no more than I can control what you say or do. So Candiace is going off. She was like, y'all can play them type of games with touch a booty, get a girl, get a boy, Darby, but we're not going to play these games with my husband when he has been nothing but gracious and kind to these women. And she was like, you know, he is not going to be the new target, you know. So she leaves. She grabs her things and she exits stage left. So Candiace in her confession was like, you know, I'm not about to play with you, Gizelle. Not today, neck. Not today, ankles. We're not about to do this. And I was like, let the Jones begin. So Gizelle rejoins the girls and everybody like, why did Candiace leave? And she wouldn't give them an answer as to why she specifically left. So they're all sitting down talking and Gizelle asked to speak to Mia one-on-one because Mia never responded back to the text message that she sent her. So they go into the other room to talk. And Ashley was like, you know, I think Gizelle is being thrown on the bus for something we all question when it comes to Mia's health scare. So we go into the room with Mia and Gizelle, and Mia was like, you know, I didn't expect you to be the one to attack me. I expected new booty Wendy to be the one. And I was like, well, why you got to talk about this girl booty? Her booty ain't did nothing to nobody. Her booty is actually a blessing because that booty done came a long way. So, we then go back out with the ladies and Wendy admits that she does find this situation to be odd and she does somewhat question it. So Robyn was like, then why were you trying to pin it on us at the sprung party or whatever? And Wendy was like, you know, I wasn't trying to pin it on you. I was asking a question. I don't understand the aggression. I greeted her with a hug. The energy y'all gave was different. Robyn was on 10 for no reason, acting like the man she is. I'm like, simmer down. Okay. Have you taken your protein shake today? Have you snapped into a Slim Jim? Calm down, sis. So, back in the room with Gizelle and Mia, Gizelle apologizes to Mia and Mia accepts her apology. So Robyn was like, the first thing I said was, "Are you okay?" when I greeted Mia. Then I said to her, "Your credibility is low. Your message was confusing, but you wanted to act like we were the only ones that had questions." Well, first of all, that ain't how you greet nobody neither. Your greeting wasn't any better than Gizelle's. You don't greet somebody telling them, "How are you?" But yeah, bitch, everything you just said was real suspect, and I don't really believe you. That's not how you talk to people, first of all. So Wendy was like, "You called her a liar." I never called her a liar. Stand in your truth. Stand in your truth. And so Robyn stands up and was like, "I'm standing in my truth," and goes to walk toward Wendy. But Charisse pushes her back. And Wendy was like, "Sit down. Sit down." And Wendy was like, "What you not gonna do is try to get hype, because Baltimore County ain't got shit on me." And I'm like, oh God, now she done said that Robyn come from Baltimore County. Like, girl, this ain't even what you want. You ain't even about that life, bitch. You are from the suburbs. Sit the fuck down. And I'm agreeing with Wendy, because why are you so hype? Like, that's not fair for a man to walk up on a woman like that. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? No man should ever walk up on an innocent woman that is sitting down. Roberto should know better at this point. Like, why are you getting hype? Like, why are you being aggressive? This is the second time you have done that on this show. You did it with Ashley. You did it with Monique. I need for you to sit your manly ass down somewhere and stop trying to walk up on people, because somebody gonna knock your ass the fuck out. So she sits her ass down, as she should, because it ain't even that deep for you to be getting all brolic. Like, girl, calm down. So Ashley was like, Mia and Gizelle comes back out. And Ashley asked Mia, did they rule out cancer? And Mia was like, yes, I still have the lumps though, and swollen lymph nodes that need to be removed, but I'll probably do it in August. She's like, the surgery isn't something that she needs to have right now. I'm confused by the whole thing, but it ain't my illness to even be concerned with. If the lady lying, she lying at this point. Gotta deal with her. If she telling the truth, God bless her. So Robyn then plans a play date with Mia and asks Ashley if she want to bring her kids, and she excludes Wendy. And Wendy was like, that's a character flaw to ask everybody else kids to a play date, but not mine, just because you got issues with the mama. Like, that's ridiculous. Now, my thing is, I don't fuck with you, so why would I invite your kids somewhere? You know what I'm saying? But then on the flip side, I thought that it was ignorant and petty of Robyn to do that in front of her, knowing you weren't going to invite her children, because that was just silly. But I see where both sides are coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't want to sit around you. What I want to sit around you for? To argue, so my kids can be witnessing me arguing with your ass. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the kids should be allowed to play with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids are innocent in all of this. So it's like a gift and a curse. I understand where both ladies were coming from, but I also feel, like I said, that Robyn didn't have to ask everybody in front of her. Like, that was just being passive aggressive at that point. So everybody then gets up to go and leave. And as Wendy's leaving out, one of the producers was like, "Zen win." So she stops and talks to the producer, and the producer was like, "So how are you with Mia?" And she was like, "We're okay." She was like, "Outside of Karen, I'm probably the only one trying to give her a chance. But we all know she lying." Now, this lady just sat up here and had a whole argument with Roberto about the fact that she never said that she felt like Mia was lying, or that she called her a liar, to then be caught on a hot mic saying, "Oh, we all know she lying though. She lying." And then she realized that she's still mic'd up, and she was like, "Oh, I'm still mic'd. Can somebody take this off of me?" Child, the shadiness of it all, the shadiness and how people be fronting for the motherfucking cameras, bitch. These producers are not playing with y'all hoes no more. They are airing y'all the fuck out on all of these franchises. Y'all got to be careful with everything that y'all say or do now at this point. That made me holler. I was like, that's what your ass fucking get, Wendy. That is exactly what the fuck you get. You telling Robyn to stand in her truth, but you ain't standing in yours, bitch. You sitting down to this. So make it make sense. 3 hours later, we see Candiace at her house doing her first injection without Chris. Chris is at work. She's at home alone doing it, but she's able to get through it. But in her confessional, she was like, at a time when I'm supposed to be focused on, my, infertility situation, me trying to have a baby, I'm forced to deal with Gizelle's accusations. She knows what I'm going through. And she was like, I just got too comfortable with Gizelle. I got too comfortable. And she realizes that she made a flawed ass mistake with trusting this lady. And I don't understand why you of all people would trust her when you've seen her works and how far she's willing to go. But at the same token, I can't feel sorry for Candiace, because when Ashley had her miscarriage, you questioned whether or not she even had a miscarriage. You sent that lady through hell. Then you did the same thing, starting arguments and shit with Monique when Monique was pregnant, starting shit with Ashley while she was pregnant, with her kids. So now you want everybody to coddle you and care about your journey, but you didn't care about nobody else's. You acted like a damn Tyrannosaurus Rex when it came to everybody else pregnancies and situations. Now that you're going through it, you see how it feels now. Oh, shit always comes back around. It always comes back around full circle. So Karen and Ray go and get manicures, honey. They're sitting down chopping it up, and Karen brings up the fact that, she look good for her age. You know what I'm saying? So she asks Ray, are you jealous that other men be checking for me? You know what I'm saying? Checking me out. And Ray was like, every man is somewhat insecure when it comes to, other men looking at their woman, but you've always been attracted to other men. You like to flirt. And Karen was like, but in our marriage, you said I could have eye candy. Are you okay with that? And Ray was like, as long as candy is candy and it don't go no further than that. But I need more context. Does that candy mean that she just can have eye candy to look at? She can look at other men, but it better not go no further than looking and maybe a little flirting here and there? Or is it a situation where Karen can have a nigga on the side that she fucking, but as long as she don't catch feelings and take it any further than that? I need some context here, because whichever one it is, I'm down with it. You know what I'm saying? They are a couple of particular age that know what it is. Okay. So I'm happy if Karen is happy, honey. So we then go to Ashley house hunting. And she's with a family member of hers or somebody, friend, I don't remember. And her real estate agent who she met through Michael. So she says that she's made offers on several homes, but she keeps on getting turned down because the homeowners have been accepting cash offers. And she said that Michael doesn't want to do cash offers and all of this stuff. And so she brings up to the real estate agent that Michael said that, their marital status will play a part in whether or not they get approved for, a home loan or whatever the case may be. So she was basically saying if they find out that we're separated, it's going to fuck up us getting this money. But the real estate agent was like, no, that's not true. I already told him. I already got everything straight, ready to go. So she's taken aback by this because she realizes that Michael has been lying to her. So the producers asked her in her confessional, like, how does this make you feel that y'all just starting this process and you already finding out that Michael has been lying to you? And she just ended up looking stupid in the face. She really couldn't give a definitive answer about the situation because Ashley knows that she looks dumb. I think that Ashley at this point I don't agree with Karen's assessment that Ashley was using or threatening divorce to get a house. I don't think that was her end game. I think that they actually separated and are getting a divorce. I, however, wonder if she put the divorce thing out there and, like she said in tonight's episode, she's regretting it. I think that she thought that Michael would fight harder to be with her, and when he didn't, it fucked her up. It fucked her up mentally. So she's using this house situation to have ties to him. I really do. I really honestly do, because she still cares. She still cares. She's still emotionally investing in this man at that time for reasons unknown to me, because I'm just like, girl, okay. But she ends up crying because she says to her, the dude that was with her, like, I'm just wondering, am I making a mistake? And you can tell that, she was put off by the fact that he'd been lying to her. And it's just like, girl, go ahead and get you a lawyer and make it do what it do at this point, because you cannot trust him to handle everything, because his motherfucker just ain't gonna willingly give you over his motherfucking money. You out your motherfucking mind to think that you could just trust him. You couldn't trust him in y'all marriage, so how you think you gonna trust him with his motherfucking money that he know that you have to survive on, because you don't have any other working skills outside of you being on this damn show, which is your fucking fault, because you should have been working. So then head over to Roberto and Juan's new crib. Roberto was in the kitchen cleaning up behind the Menendez twins who got the house dirty. I'm like, girl, you better leave them boys alone for you don't wake up tomorrow morning. You know them little boys bad as shit. So I was very impressed by Roberto and Juan's new humble abode. I love the way it was decorated. It was beautifully done. It just looked clean and fresh and inviting. I'm like, why couldn't Gizelle's home look like this? Their house is absolutely breathtakingly stunning, and I am so happy for her and Juan Dixon, honey. I am so happy for them. They have come a long way, and we have gone on this journey with them. They did the damn thing when it came to the house. Robyn then sits down and has the conversation with Juan about the prenup. And Juan was like, I don't care. I'll make more money than you anyway. So in her confessional, the producer was like, he make more money than you? And she was like, I mean, you know how men are. And I'm like, oh my God. So you got this man on national television looking fucking crazy. This because A, you either lying and boosting yourself up, making it seem like you the one with all the skrilla with all the dough, or you have gone on national television and told the world that you are the breadwinner and has emasculated, if you want to say, this man, because you let him sit up here and make that comment knowing damn well you already said that you make more money than him. Child, oh God, I am so happy Juan Dixon isn't here for this. And you wonder why Juan act like he can't stand you, because you do stupid shit like this all the time. Like, that got to be so embarrassing for that man. Oh my God. So Juan was like, why you ain't bring it up the first time though? And Robyn was like, there was a time period when you were dating somebody else and things got real messy. He was like, Robyn, stop. We're not doing it. We're not going there. She was like, what? It's a valid question. And he was like, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for your success. He was like, I wouldn't come after that. So he was like, look, let's do this. You keep what you got. I keep what I got if anything ever happens. And he leaves, and she just sitting here looking clueless as always. And I'm just like, I don't see them getting married no way. And I don't understand why the fuck they together. They don't have no chemistry. It's literally a brotherly, sisterly relationship. It really is. They're just codependent on each other at this point. I don't see anything romantic about Juan and Robyn. Wendy visits her doctor because she has been experiencing hair loss ever since she had her daughter. And the doctor basically says that she is stressed out. She worked too much. She doing too much. So the doctor, prescribes her some meds, but was like, you might get some facial hair, sis. And I actually like Wendy better wearing her own hair. She has a long length of hair. I'm like, maybe if you stop wearing the wigs and start nurturing your own hair, because she had a lot of split ends. I'm like, if you start nurturing your own hair and wearing your own hair, you look so much better. So much better. And it just looked sleeker and more sophisticated, and it didn't make her look so drag queenish. Like, girl, wear your own hair. Mia meets up with Robyn in her bedazzled hoodie and for lunch. And I'm like, Robyn just don't try, child. She don't try at all. She don't comb her hair. She just throwing the first thing she see on the floor. Just say, fuck it, I'm here. Y'all need to be happy I showed the fuck up. She puts no effort into the way that she looks, child, at all. So they sit down to talk, and Robyn says that, Gizelle was wrong for the way that she greeted Mia at the spring party, and asks, what's going on with you and your health or whatever. And once again, I'm just shocked that Robyn is, going against Gizelle and actually having a mind of her own this season, which I have a theory behind that I'll get to in a minute. So Mia goes on to tell her that, no, I don't have cancer. I do, however, have 2 lumps in my buttocks and, my lymph nodes or whatever. I did have the biopsy or whatever, And she was like, a lot has happened since I put up that post. So Robyn was like, well, tell me about the lump. And Mia was like, girl, I got a lump on my ass. They think I have an autoimmune disorder. So Robyn at this point thinking that, Mia just jumped the gun and put it out there, and now she don't know how to get herself out of this situation. Child, I don't even feel like going there with that whole situation, child, because Mia don't even know what the fuck's wrong with her. So then Robyn brings up the Candiace situation and what happened between Gizelle and Chris at last year's reunion. So Mia was like, well, I got something to add too, girl. And Robyn like, oh my God, what now? So she was like, at the spring fling party, I see Chris staring me down and I was very uncomfortable. Robyn like, oh my God, really? But once again, the producers like, bitch, we not gonna let you tell that lie. The producers hurried up and posted this video of Chris not paying her no damn attention. And I'm like, Mia, you just be lying. That's why don't nobody believe you. You always getting caught in a lie. That man wasn't thinking about you. If he did look at you, he was wondering why your shoulders is so goddamn broad. Girl, that man wasn't thinking about you with your lying ass. So we then go to Gizelle going over to Karen's house. The grand dame don't let just anybody come over to her house, especially not Gizelle ass. Gizelle ain't been welcome in I don't know how long. So they sit down and kiki, and Karen was like, Ashley and Mia told me you and Candiace had a moment at the TikTok class, as she called it. She was like, a comfort zone that does not exist for you where Chris is concerned. And Chris thinks you're more comfortable than you are. Chris probably owes you an apology. And I think Karen was agreeing with Gizelle because you're always supposed to believe a woman when they're saying that they're uncomfortable in a situation. But I think probably now, after hearing everything, seeing everything, watching the season back, by the time we get to the reunion, Karen will feel much differently about Gizelle and what she's accusing or saying happened that night. So, we then go to Candiace and Chris, who head out to lunch together. As soon as they sit down, Candiace gets emotional because she lets him know that the doctor told her that her body isn't responding to the injections at this stage. So, of course, she's feeling, some type of way about it because she feels like she's not doing it right and that she's failing at the whole situation. And he's like, we just started. Like, chill out. We got this. It's going to be okay. She blames the stress of it all on Gizelle and what Gizelle has accused Chris of. Do I think that she was really stressed out about that? No. I really don't, because if you know she full of shit, then I wouldn't even be caring about shit that Gizelle got to say. Girl, that wouldn't even bother me at this point. So she then asked Chris, how is he feeling about this whole Gizelle situation? And he was like, it's unfortunate. I've been nothing but nice to her. And he was like, she was the one that suggested we go to her room. It wasn't me. So then we go back to Gizelle and Karen, and Gizelle tells Karen her side of the story. So we go back to Chris, and he was like, I suggested we leave the door open because I didn't want nobody to think, anything crazy was being done. Gizelle was like, I'm in a hotel room with a married man, and it's his word against mine as to what's happening in this room. And Karen was like, no, wait a minute now. How did it get to some he said, she said, your word against mine? You and Chris are friends. And Gizelle was like, what I do remember is saying to myself, I don't feel good and I want him to leave. And Karen was like, well, did you say that to him? And she was like, I asked him if there was to go out and see if they were ready for me to come back out. And Karen was like, did he? She was like, yeah, he did. He left or whatever. So my thing is, you're saying that he didn't touch you. He didn't say anything inappropriate. He left when you asked him to. So the door was open. So why were you feeling so uncomfortable again? It just doesn't add up, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. You was reaching for a storyline, and I don't really think you thought this one all the way through, Gizelle. I really honestly don't, because this shit is stupid as fuck. Stupid as hell. And you need your ass kicked. So Karen then brings up some shit that happened to her a few seasons ago with one of the girls' husband hugging her way too tightly. But she was like, I didn't make a big fuss about it. So Karen was like, well, who was the one that brought this whole situation to the group? And Gizelle was like, Robyn did. Robyn was the one that told Mia. She was like, I had my conversation with Candiace one-on-one. Robyn was the one that went and told Mia about what was said and what happened between me and Chris. That's how it got to the group. So Karen was like, well, how you feel about that? And she was like, I haven't discussed that with her yet. So we're seeing, some shit going on between Robyn and Gizelle. So the producer asked Karen in her confession, do you think there's any cracks in the Green Eye Bandits friendship? She was like, oh, yes, most definitely. We all see it. The next thing we know, we see Robyn arriving to lunch with Chris and Candiace. And Chris is hesitant to give her a hug. She was like, we're not going to do that. Don't do me like that. Like, no. So Robyn in her confessional was like, this is hard for me because I disagree with Gizelle. I don't think he was being sneaky. So Robyn says, let's make this clear. You didn't slide in her DMs. She brought it up to me that night when it happened. And I told her then I thought that, didn't anything happen. So Candiace was like, at the spring fling kickoff, where was the discomfort? And Robyn was like, I asked her why bring it up now. And Candiace was like, she needs to walk it back because Gizelle is dead to me at this point. So back over at Karen's, Gizelle tells Karen that, it's been 7 days and she hasn't heard anything from Candiace. She thought that by now Candiace would have given her a phone call saying that, Chris apologized and that would be that. Girl, damn well it wasn't going to go down like that. You wanted the drama. You got the drama now at this point. But I'm happy that Candiace brought it up. Like, if she was so uncomfortable, why was she talking to my husband at the spring kickoff party? And Chris even said, she uncomfortable, but she always referring to my dick and talking about my dick every time she see me. Like, make it make sense at this point. Now, as far as this Robyn and Gizelle shit going on, because we obviously know they're still cool. Ain't nothing happened between them two. But it's mighty funny that this season, out of 7 seasons, Robyn has decided to be vocal and have a mind of her own and not run up in behind Gizelle and agree with everything Gizelle says and does. Oh, maybe that's because everybody had been saying she's boring, didn't have a storyline, and all she does is keep her head up Gizelle's ass. So I think they got together and said, we gonna act like we had a little beef. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be more vocal and not agree with me. We're gonna have a little tiff, but we're not gonna take it too far, because you're not gonna make me believe that all of a sudden, after 6 fucking seasons on this show, Robyn all of a sudden got an opinion about something. Girl, get out of here. Y'all need more people. Y'all need more people. You need more people. I don't bit more believe that you and Gizelle are gonna have a real true beef. Girl, stop it. However, I give this episode an A+. It was great. I'm loving the fact that the producers are calling these girls out and airing all of these hot mic footage that the girls didn't think that they were going to actually put out there. They are blasting these hoes, and I am living for the reads and everything else. This season has already started off with a bang. We only 3 episodes in, but I am loving it. Let me know down below in the comment section how you all felt about tonight's episode. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.